Protect yourself at all times. Come out ready to fight. Hook them up, gentlemen. Good luck.
Guys, the X factor in this fight is that Antonio Silva has finished all of his fights, his wins, by knockout. He was knocked out in his only loss, controversial as it was, but the X factor is his submission skills. Jay, he has worked with some of the best submission fighters in the world. One name, Nogueira.
Right, absolutely. You talk about the Brazilians down there. They're great stand-up, but they're even better, probably the best submission game in the world of mixed martial arts right now. Anytime you talked earlier about training with the All-Pros, those guys are the All-Pros of All-Pros when it comes to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, without a doubt, is the best submission heavyweight in the world. So anytime you have a chance to work with the former Pride heavyweight champion, you know some of that talent's got to rub off on you. Although in this fight, I don't know if it's going to go to the ground.
No, it doesn't look like it. And if I was Cabbage, I wouldn't want to go there myself. I'd stand up and try to use that big chin as a big target. And, you know, the common opponent with these two guys is Eric Pele. And Cabbage lost to him in his first fight. And Silva lost to him in his last fight. So let's see what happens here.
I talked to Cabbage right before this, right when he arrived at the arena, guys, and he said, I can't wait to go in there, get hit in the head, and then start strong. That's something we haven't seen from him a lot.
Well, we're seeing it right now because he just got hit in the head a couple times, and we'll see what he's got coming back at him.
One thing Cabbage told us, good cut kick there by Silva, pressing the action. Cabbage said he was going to fight this fight smarter. He's known for some of the best brawls, and there we go. Silva taking it to the ground, so call me a liar, liar, pants on fire.
I won't do that, but if I know Silva, the hammer fists are about to rain down.
Tell you what, Billy, you as a former wrestler, you have got to be impressed with how fast he got that takedown. The agility is incredible.
Well, except for the fact that the wrestling that I did was fake.
There's nothing fake about those right hands being delivered by Antonio Silva to the very hard head, and that's with all the respect in the world when I say that to Cabbage Carrera.
What's so amazing too is these guys are such big brutes, and they're such nice gentlemen, man. See, there are the hammer fists.
Just unloading now on Cabbage Carrera at will. Silva with all the intensity, the power, the fury here, Jay.
And he's trying to say, Cabbage in the bottom is trying to tell the ref, no, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Cabbage is a tough character. Remember his fight with Tim Sylvia.
Yeah, north-south position here by Antonio Silva. Maybe he's trying to set up a guillotine choke on Cabbage Carrera. We know that it's almost impossible for him to be knocked out. We'll see what it's like when it comes to submissions. There's some knees being delivered by Silva.
Cabbage needs to go take a knee, get right back down, so he cannot deliver those knees.
Nice uppercut by Silva, follows it up with a straight left.
Looks like Silva's got a point to prove here.
And already, Cabbage Carrera showing the effects of that early onslaught by the Brazilian.
You don't see a lot of heavyweights move the way we're seeing Silva right now.
And you don't see a lot of super heavyweights definitely move like this.
I have a feeling that Silva may pull a right head kick out here fairly soon. Why? Just because he can.
Nice combination there as Carrera moved forward, but it was Silva answering impressively again. And so far, Carrera unable to get on track, and another takedown attempt there, but Carrera was against the cage, Bill.
Stopped very good by Carrera. Wesley doesn't want to go to the ground with this guy.
But notice what Silva's doing also. He is not getting out there and trying to overexert himself. He is setting the pace of this. He's setting his pace exactly where he wants to go.
He looks very, very calm.
Bill, you're 6'4", 275 pounds. As we mentioned, NFL star, pro wrestling legend. These guys packing 275 and 298 pounds, respectively. When will conditioning become a factor here?
Well, you know, it's all about their preparation. It looks as if Silva's very, very calm. He's working with the Nogueira brothers, and we all know about their conditioning.
One of the most impressively conditioned athletes in the NFL, Jay, was Eddie George of the Titans, and he is sitting cage side.
Oh, high knee. Here we go, gentlemen. Looks like it's over.
Is being rocked and decimated by Silva, and it is over. Antonio Silva destroys Cabbage Carrera, and Eddie George is enjoying it here, Jay.
And I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was that high knee that did it. That's what dropped him.
Got a nice tie clinch behind the head, pulled the head down, delivered the knee very nicely, and he did something that we just don't see a lot of. Cabbage get put down with a strike.
No, Cabbage is a tough character, and right there, Silva proved something to everybody out there, and he proved something to me.
What was scary about that was how easy he did it, you guys. Cabbage Carrera's been in, like we said, Arlovsky, Sylvia, Butterbean, Tank Abbott, and he's never been treated like he was treated here tonight by Antonio Silva.
The great thing here is Silva, at this point, still doesn't know what he doesn't know. I mean, he's still young to the sport. There's so much room for him to grow. It's going to be amazing when he starts to mature in his game, how much of a beast this guy's going to be.
And you know what? After the interview we had with him, he's just sent a message to the Vancouver Athletic Commission after that very controversial loss to Pele at Bodog Fight in December of last year.
No question. Here come the replay, guys. Started out very quickly. Here we go with the low kick. Yeah, this guy had something to prove for sure. I mean, everybody's talked about his lack of competition in his prior fights, finishing his first 7 fights in a total of 17 minutes, man. I mean, he definitely wanted to come out here and dominate. Yeah, when he had him down, those hammer fists were rained down, and, you know, the guy proved something to a lot of people out there, and I got to tell you, right when Gary Shaw came to me about Pro Elite and Showtime's involvement in MMA, the first name that he mentioned to me was Silva.
Antonio Silva definitely not paid by the hour as we take a look at the finishing sequence here. That big knee, Bill, you brought it up. Good call. The knee right to the jaw. Carrera was rocked, and then a flurry of lefts and rights. Carrera goes down, takes the canvas, and for Silva, it's a victorious debut for Elite XC Destiny, destined for big things in the super heavyweight division. Let's throw it up now to Classy Jimmy Lennon Jr. to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 3 minutes 49 seconds in round number 1. Our referee in charge, Steve Mazzagatti, stops the contest due to strikes. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. Bigfoot, Antonio Pezão Silva.
Someone should call Coast to Coast Arpel. There's a Bigfoot sighting in Mississippi, and Jay Glazer is standing by with him now.
As respostas são curtas. E agradece Showtime, tá?
Antonio, great knockout there. You did something that most people are not able to do, and that's knock out or put down Cabbage Correa with a strike. Did you want to prove a point? Hey, your submission game's great, but did you want to prove a point by putting down the big guy with your strikes?
Grande nocaute. Você conseguiu fazer uma coisa que a maioria das pessoas não consegue, que é nocautear o Cabbage. Você queria provar um ponto, provar uma coisa com isso.
Sim, treinei bastante para isso e graças a Deus consegui.
Yes, I trained a lot for this, and thank God I managed.
In going against a guy like Cabbage, was there ever any worry that you wouldn't be able to use those strikes to put him down?
Lutando com uma pessoa igual o Cabbage, você em algum momento se preocupou que não conseguiria derrubar o Cabbage com seus socos?
A princípio sim, mas sei que ele aguentava muita pancada, mas não era imbatível. E eu consegui provar, fui mais um a provar que isso é verdade.
In the beginning, yes, but he knew that Cabbage wasn't unbeatable, and he proved it.
There's not a lot of heavyweights who move like him. What do you think? What does he think he showed the Showtime crowd, the American MMA community out there with such a big guy moving so well?
Não tem muitos pesos pesados que conseguem se movimentar igual você. O que você achou que você conseguiu mostrar ao Showtime e às pessoas que estão aqui com isso?
Olha, consegui provar que não é por ser pesado que você não pode ser rápido, não pode ter agilidade. E isso os pesados também podem acontecer. E eu treino desde os 4 anos de idade, treinei 13 anos karatê e já estou há 10 anos no jiu-jitsu e provei que isso pode acontecer.
It's not because somebody's heavy that they can't move fast. I've been doing karate since I was 4, jiu-jitsu for the last 10 years, and it can be done.
What do you think is next for you? How rapidly would you like to move up in these leagues?
O que você acha que é o próximo passo para você? Qual a velocidade que você quer subir nesse jogo?
Quero continuar nesse grande show, que por ser o primeiro está sendo maravilhoso. Agradecer ao Gary Shaw, que me deu essa oportunidade aqui no Showtime a primeira vez, no Pro Elite. E eu quero voltar na próxima edição com mais uma vitória.
He's very happy to be here. He thinks he can be one of the best. His objective is to be one of the best. He wants to thank Gary Shaw, Showtime, and he wants to be back.
Again, a great knee on the part of you, big guy. And I think the MMA world just saw something we haven't seen in quite some time. But let's send it back.
Are you listening? Damn.